and my last step in my pipeline model evaluation. Then I hit this compile and run. And when I do that, you'll see that it validates the notebook. It takes a snapshot. It basically builds the pipeline and deploys it. And I didn't have to, when I got, I didn't have to go and build each of these Docker containers separately or write the pipeline's DSL code to put them together. And as I said before, I'm using this persistent volume that was in my notebook. I've taken a clone of that and I attach it and I use that to build my, my pipeline. So I have exactly the same code and data, as well as all the artifacts that I need. And you can see also, if I unsimplify this graph, you can see how all the information and the lineage and how everything is flowing between each of the steps in the pipeline. So this is a great savings often to data scientists and ML engineers who are having to build machine learning pipelines. They don't have to manually go through this process. Now, often what happens is there's debugging that's required. And one of the debugging things that people sometimes come into is like, hey, I need to be able to see the exact state of this pipeline on every step in my pipeline. And what happens here inside of these artifacts that are captured on each of these states, I'm just showing here on pre-processed data, but you'd have this same options on each of the steps, is in the visualization tab. You can see that Kale worked with the snapshot store with Rock, and it took a snapshot of the exact state of the environment before and after each of these steps in the pipeline. And what's very interesting on this is if I go into the snapshot store, let's say I go into the snapshot store here, you'll see inside of this snapshot store that I have a pipeline bucket. And that was created when I did and configured Kale. One of the things I did not show you is I gave it this name pipelines in the experiment. And then I said I wanted this to be pipeline name version 1. Well, if I go over here inside of pipelines, I've got this pipeline bucket that was created for me automatically that's associated with that run I did. And look at this. I have this tagged right here as vaccine 1. So I've got an artifacts all captured in the snapshot store. And if I click into this, you'll see, I'll make this a little bit bigger, that each of those snapshots that we just talked about that were in the pipeline are captured here as well. So I have a snapshot before load data and after load data, before pre-processed data and after pre-processed data, as well as model training, model evaluation.